one absolutely free, and then another service that we really like to use called PropScreen. So the free way, let's jump into that first. Let me share my screen here. All right, so we're looking at Zillow. Or we should be looking at Zillow. Here we go. Get out of my email. So looking at Zillow, and then we type in an address. So there was 3 properties that I went and looked at the other day. These are listed properties, but they're just interesting. So I wanted to run comps on them and kind of get you know, an idea of what they're worth. So let's see here. We've got these 3 properties in a row. They're all listed. One for 60, one for 40, and one for 50. So there are 3 properties. They're on Lackland up here in Overland. So it's a sort of, I wouldn't call it a busy road, but it's one of the bigger like cut-through type roads. And I just wanted to find out what these properties are worth. They are all in disrepair at this point. Looks like the owner was using this as a business. So let's see. So we can see that this 1 bedroom, 1 bath, they're saying it's 1,400 square foot, but I do not believe that is correct. I'm not sure where that data is coming from. Then if we look back at the one next door, also a 1 bed, 1 bath, and it's saying 2,200 square foot. No way that's correct. This is a much smaller property than that. But you can see, again, it's been not updated, not rehabbed, not maintained that well. This one looks like it'd be a little easier to get back into a single family. And then we've got a third one here that is also a 1-1. It says 1,800 square foot. And again, that is incorrect. There's no possible way this is 1,800 square foot. Also used as an office and in need of some serious repairs. Just alone, you can see the backyard. They've been parking big trucks and equipment. And I mean, the driveways are just torn up. So definitely going to need some work. So, okay, how do we run comps on these? First off, you've got to have good data on the property. So what do I mean by that? I mean, on this one, 9716 Lackland, it's telling me this is 1,800 square foot. I do not believe that. So first off, I'm going to go to my county website, and I'm going to search for this property to find out if I can find a little bit more information about it. All right, you can see it was owned by this contracting company. And we've got property info here. Area under roof, 915 square foot. And I believe that to be correct. Much more accurate than what we're seeing on 1830. And here I think I just figured out why. Because this is mixed use, it's showing this 915 square foot. It's showing it twice. Again, I think that because Zillow is more of a residential and this property is a residential property that's zoned commercial, it's just getting confused. So all those are doubled is my guess. So 915 is double, or 1830 is double of 915. So a 915 square foot house, just under 1,000 square foot, 1 bed, 1 bath as it currently exists. This one I know I could convert to I think this would be a 3-bedroom because there's a little bonus on the back. So this one I could convert to a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. So what would this property be worth? That's my next objective, is to find out what is the most it could sell for, and then work my numbers backwards to get to an offer on this one. So the comps for this one, I want to find out what a comp that's finished is going to sell for, and then what a current comp is, like in its current condition. So let's go back and find 3-bedroom properties around this property with Zillow. Don't care about Zestimates. Do not look at Zillow for a Zestimate or estimate. That can get you a ballpark, but again, do not rely on that data because it is, again, it's Zillow's guess at what the property is worth. So you want to do your own research and figure out what your guess the property is worth. All right, so here we go. I am going to use the little draw tool. I'm going to go out. Let's see if there's a... Let's just draw on here. Draw a shape around the regions. Let's see if it's dry. There we go. It's starting to get it. Not going to cross that big road. There we go. So let's apply it there. So now I've got a lassoed section here that I'm looking at. And I want to look at sold properties, not for sale, just these sold properties. Zillow also gives you additional ways to tighten up your search. You can do price, which we don't want to do, but bed and bath. And this one is a little funny. I'm gonna try to stay away from that on this search. But we will filter it down by some other things. This one should not be applicable, so we're not going to do that. But let's look at square foot. Because these are smaller houses, I'm going to go to a maximum of 1,000 square foot. All right. Oops, cancel that. Did not want to save that. So there we go. So now I've got about 1,000 square foot or less based on this. So it's up 0 to 1,000 is kind of the way that I interpret this. Let's make sure it's got a basement. And done. Okay. So now we've got 38 results. One of the challenges with Zillow is you cannot put in a date range, or I have not found it, a way to say, I just want to see stuff in the last 6 months or 12 months. Can't find it. But I can find, here, some properties right here that have sold recently. Under 1,000 square foot, we got this guy. 2-bed, 1-bath, sold for $54,000. So let's give Zillow a minute. Pulls this up. We can see it sold on April 18th. Like I just said, this is too far back. This is almost 2 years ago that we're getting this data from. Too far back. Does not apply as well as a house that would have sold maybe 6 months ago. So let's get out of that one and let's look for some more of these here. On this, over on the right, you can see you're able to sort from the newest. So these ones are going to be much more recent comps. And you can see they're pretty far all over the map as far as price. It's not super consistent. So I'm guessing if we scroll up here, this 107 is going to be a very nicely done, just based on this front picture. Let's see what this one sold for $38,000, because that's a pretty good deal somebody got. We'll just wait for it to load. Important thing when I'm running comps is I want to see the condition of the property to know what I'm comparing. Yeah, so in this one, I am pretty confident, just knowing the area, that this did not sell after rehab for $38,000. $38,000 is definitely what it sold for on February 20th, but I am guessing that it sold after this again, so the pictures got updated, but the sales data didn't. Again, just poking a hole in Zillow, showing you that it's not the most reliable. Not saying it can't be done, and you can find good numbers here. So I've got 2-bed, 1-bath, 72,000. Another one for 50. Another one for 60. One for 115. One for 90. So I'm going to start zeroing in here on my guesstimate for 1,000 square foot in Overland. Probably going to go for about $90 a square foot on the top end, meaning 1,000 square foot house would be about $90,000. That would be my after repair comp, or my after repair sold value. Okay, let's find one more good one to kind of help me zone in on that. 850 square foot, sold for $80,000. That's pretty similar to what I had just stated, about $90 a square foot. If we pull up a calculator and multiply 90 times 850, gives us 76,500. So that's very close to the 79.9, which this one sold for. And you can see it from the pictures, it's in decent shape. Doesn't look like it was any major updates in the last 5 years or so, but it's in pretty good condition. All right. So that is how I would comp giving using Zillow. Again, you're going to go in, look at the solds, and figure out what criteria you're going to use to filter it down. On the 3 that I was looking at on Lackland, here, let's clear our filter here. So you can do that by doing this, reset all filters, and it defaults to for sale. So then we're going to zone back into this 9700 Lackland area. Or what was the address? I think it was 9716 Lackland. And here, I pulled it right up. But I can see there are on the map right there. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. And let's look at the next one. And once you've run your comps for, in this instance, since all 3 are so close to each other, you know you're kind of running comps for all 3 at once. Same thing on this one though, you can see that the square footage at 2200 is very, very large for a 1-1. Just based on the pictures, you can tell that's probably inaccurate. This one did have, it's an add-on, but it's not finished. So it's an add-on, but it's really all used for storage here. You scroll down to the second picture. So walking through the property, I know this, there's a large area in here, but it's all just storage, unfinished. Would be like garage space, if anything. Oops, what do we do there? Garage space, if anything else. So it's not really finished livable square footage. So I mean, I think this one's probably 900 as far as the actual square foot finished upstairs, and then a large garage. So I'm going to give it this similar comp, about 90 after repair value. And I am guessing here, let's go back to the third one, we're going to be in very similar territory. So the best case, after these are all fixed up, they're going to be worth about $90,000. So this one's double again, so 900 square foot upstairs. You can probably squeeze 3 beds into that one, and it's going to be about $90,000 after it's all said and done. A couple things to remember when you're on a busier road, keep doing that somehow. On a busier road here, as I mentioned, it's not a main road, but it's a bit busier, is that you kind of have to take off a little bit for residential. People don't necessarily want to live on, busy roads. If they would, for their house, they'd rather live in a subdivision or something without as much traffic in front of it. Okay, so that is how to run comps using Zillow. And again, this is targeted towards kind of a newer investor. Another way, and this is a paid service, but we have had very good luck with this, is called PropStream. And I will stick a link so you guys can get a free trial of this one in the video description. Or if you don't see it, just holler, make a comment, and I'll make sure to add it on there. Or send it to you direct if it's not working. I think you can also use promo code DPI or Dave. It's my partner Dave, and that one should give you the discount as well. All right, so let's look in PropStream at these same properties. 9716 Lackland, 63114. So I am going to search for that property here. And PropStream is really fun. It's easy to do, very, very quick. So this one says status off market, distressed, no, corporate owned, occupancy non-owner occupant, 915 square foot, So that's exactly what I was thinking, is that it had doubled. The Zillow had doubled the square footage, making it not very accurate. Look at this, nearby listings, 9714. It's estimating it at 93,000. Very, very close to what I was guessing ours was worth. All right, so let's look more at 9716 Lackland in PropStream. Let's see what else it gives us. Estimated value, none. So I think PropStream is not going to give us a value because it's considered a commercial property at this point, which is a shame. I was really trying to take a look and see what we could do here. Let's try the other ones and see if it comes up with anything. 9718 Lackland. All right, so it pulls this one up. Off market, same thing. So average comp. So I think it's pulling all this commercial data, not the residential data. That's a bummer. Now it's going to give me some comps nearby, and believe me, you can still get into the comps from PropStream here. But it's just the estimated value on here is usually really good for beginning real estate investors. Let's look at, an analysis is my analysis, not theirs. So comparable properties, there's 15 of them. Let's take a look at our comps. Oh, here we go, comps. All right, so here we can dig into our comps on this one, despite the fact that it's not giving us a value just right off the bat. And you can see if you scroll over here, so we got 2351 Dawes. This one was an MLS property. And this is what's great about PropStream. It pulls MLS and non-MLS, gives you the details. Look at this, 1,200 square foot, $120,000. That's, again, approximately, again, rough estimate here, $100 a square foot. Oh, it does it for me. Look at PropStream even does it for me. $93 a square foot. We got 2339 Wismer, sold at $114 per square foot. And then let's see, oh, I went back, I hate that. I swiped too hard. I'm gonna go back into these, look at my comps, and then they've got the photos. This is key, because I can see what condition this property's in. Look at that, beautiful. This is MLS listing, and it was a well done, well updated house. You can tell new cabinets, looks like new flooring, couple new appliances. They left the stove and the microwave there. But yeah, this is so much data here. So again, I can guesstimate price per square foot. Look at this. Oh my gosh, it sums up the price per square foot at $101.19. Averages on market 61. This is so much better than just going off Zillow and coming up with that. So I came up with, off the top of my head, from Zillow, about $90 a square foot. PropStream's giving me $101 a square foot. So $101 a square foot times the square foot of this building at 1,500. No, 1,500 is too much. Well, this was the middle one was a little bit bigger. So again, easy math, that's a $150,000 property when it's all said and done, if that's the accurate square footage. The other one's about 900 square foot times $100 a square foot, gives us a value of around $90,000. So very, very close with both Zillow or with PropStream. If you guys are interested in checking out either one of those to run your comps, I think that's a pretty good way to do it. Let me know if you have questions. I'm here to help. Thanks, guys.